Greetings Internet and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. In this video I will be doing turn 3 of my playthrough of the Moscow campaign, Strike and Counterstrike 1941. Hey, I got it all in one go. Well, Russia 1941, darn it, missed out the Russia. Oh well. Yeah, this will be turn 3. It's still going well for the Germans. It's still not raining and there's still no mud, and they still have that +1 bonus in odds. Not to last much longer. Turn 4, that's the last turn they get that. Turn 5, it begins to rain. Turn 6, it's muddy. However, let's see how far they can go. Let's go down to the map and see what's going on. Well, apart from some form of alien incursion down here at the southern portion of the map here, which is basically my light source going, yay! The Germans, the front line started back here, so the Germans have pushed it through here. The Soviets have managed to re-establish a very, very tentative front line using effectively railroad units. But the Germans are beginning to get to the edge of their supply room, and they have a supply source here, and EB units, which are converting the rails as fast as they can. But by the end of this scenario, they're only going to get as far as white. So 12 hexes beyond that is about here. So any drive on Moscow is going to be unsupplied in mud. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? But we start now with the German movement phase, and as I said earlier in the video, this is turn 3. Okay, so we need to, as the Germans, to get rid of these out of supply Soviet units down the bottom here. Out of supply units are half strength. I've rechecked the rules and it doesn't say anything about half rounded up. So a strength of 3 will be 1.5. Strength of 2 will be 1. Now the question is, do we use the panzer units to take these out, or do we just take them out with infantry? I think we need to push on with the panzers. So I've sort of answered my own question there, really, haven't I? As long as we maintain their out of supply status and maybe a unit behind them, so they've got nowhere to retreat to. So that's the plan initially. So let's get some. So there's a strength of 1.5 there. So if we can get, 10 to 1. So that'll be 15. That'll be good enough. Okay, let's move this up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, it's 3 movement points to move to zone of control. So these infantry are very good exploiters. So even this unit, it takes 2 to move out of a zone of control. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 4. I mean, if we get 16, it's an over, and we can move through its hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6. Plus 6 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's an overrun, so we can move through its hex. So I might as well turn those over. So they now no longer have a zone of control. So for example, this motorized infantry unit over here could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into there. That's interesting. Can we do this with overruns? Because this has only got a defense of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 11. Whoops. Ideally we're not with these 2 units. So what have we got in here? Another 2, 3, 4. So they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 out of the 11. No, this infantry can get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not moving that panzer, we overrun that, which means he no longer exerts a zone of control. Which means that won't cost 2 movement points to move away from there. I need to really show the limits of the supply for the Germans. I've still got my little blue reminder. Blimey, it's bouncing all over the board. That's not very good, is it? Now I'm going to get the odd shift. Okay, so my supply head is this X here. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's sort of the extent of being in supply. Anything above and beyond that is going to be attacking at half strength. That's not nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't go through a zone of control. Unless there's a German unit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. See, even from the EB, oh no, the EB unit's way back, isn't it? Yeah, so the limiter of the German advance is their supply. Well, I mean, okay, they can attack at half strength, but that's not great. Alright, so that's there at the moment. I've still got a few panzer units, but I want to see what other overruns we can extract. So there is 3 there, which is 16 required to get an overrun. Well, we don't necessarily need an overrun, we just got to take him out. So 1, 2, so that's 2, 4, and ideally have one on this side of the river, so that we so I'll tell you what we'll actually do. We'll take the motorized infantry there, so it's moving from one zone of control to another zone of control, which will be 1, 2, 3 to leave, 4, 5, 6 to enter, so he's fine. We've got another 1, 2 to there, so that'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to 1.5. Ideally 15 to get that 10 to 1. So we've got 10 at the moment. I'd rather be pushing these guys forward. Here we've got 2. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that 11 to, 1 is enough to overrun him. Remember, half out of supply. So no zone of control from that unit now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're reaching the limits, guys. Limits of the supply. Okay. Right. To overrun this guy, to stop him completely. No, we need to push on. Right, so this guy's got 2. Which will be 2 because obviously these guys are in supply. And it's attacked by armour on its own. So that means if you get that horrible exchange result, the panzers get bitten. That's 2. Moving this from there would be 1. No, it's not. It takes 2 to leave us under control. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can't even move that little distance. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, make sure I'm getting that in camera, so let's move the camera along a bit. Alright, that is the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the final sort of supplied hex. So anything here, attacking these, which we have to do to get through, will be out of supply. Now they've got a defense of 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he's not going to get there. Let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we brought this guy here to cut off supply defender retreat results. So I think he's an expensive unit to do that with, but hey ho. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. We've also got some panzers way up here that we're trying to cut off, make it a big pocket here. So they're out of supply at the moment. But we can bring them back in supply. And we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I think we want to tear a new one here. That's 3. To go from there to there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two. So we're not making much progress here because of the zones of control. It's like a treacle of them. All these Soviet units, you just can't make any headway. We've got a division here that might as well stay here. There's a pinning force. Hopefully it'll take that out later. Yeah, running out of offensive options. Because it's 1, 2, yeah, so that can get in. It's moving a little bit further up. This can get into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because even at say 11 to 1, highest odds you can get on the German attack table, on a 1 you get an exchange. So it's very expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bring out some infantry. These are the ones that were disrupted in the first batch of attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now then, can we actually cross? We can go 1 hex, but can we go 1 hex across that fortification? There is a minimum move of 1 hex, as long as you're not moving from a zone of control to a zone of control. So moving from there to there would be. Darn it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, we're going to have a big attack against this end of line fortification. 1, 2 there. There we go. Because that attack's not going in via the fortification. Right, I think we need to move the line adjacent to try and keep these Soviets pinned. I'm just moving the line up. We're not going to be attacking here, just definitely don't have the strength to do that. 1, 2. Three, 4, 5. But again, that means that the Russians have got to spend more movement to get out of the situation. We're going to move the EB units up forward 1 hex as they repair the rail line behind them, and not well on them. So we can trace supply from that hex now. Okay, going to move the camera up so we can look at what's happening over here in the northern sector. I mean, the great consensus is not a lot, but doesn't hurt to show it in detail. So it's 1, 2, can't move adjacent, because that would be 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we move adjacent here? 1, 2, no. So can't quite engage with the Soviets yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can here though. 1, 2. There. 1, 2 along the front line, and 1, 2. Yes, we've got to keep a continuous front. The EB unit moves 1 hex. And there we go, that's the northern sector. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The white cubes are just showing the maximum extent that the EB units the rail conversion units, are going to get by the end of the scenario, which then shows me how far 12 hexes from there the maximum supply lines for the Germans. That concludes the German movement phase, apart from we've got some overruns to do. Let's bring that right back to the southern sector. Alright, so these guys now get flipped over. We're still in the movement phase, the last steps of it. Alright, so against that hex there, which is 1, 2, 3, which is half to 1.5, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's 11 to 1 on them guys. Let me bring the dice tower into the equation. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So you can see the dice tower. So we're resolving this combat here. 11 to 1. Big die roll. They keep rolling ones. They keep rolling ones. As I said a few moments ago, that's an exchange. Anything else, remember, brilliant, but it's an exchange. So there's. Now I think the exchange works on their full value. Let's just double check that. All defending units are removed from the map, and the attacker must remove combat strength equal to or greater than the defender's losses. The attacker chooses which units you lose first. Any remaining attacking units may advance into the vacated defender's hex. All units exchanged are as if their face value combat strength, the printed value, were being used, regardless of the effect taken into account for odds computation, like Harvey. So the Germans have got to lose 3, which means in general they lose 4. That's not nice. Anything but a 1, guys. Come on. I know we're in the middle of Russia, but please. Right, so they can advance into the hex, which they will. However, this is an overrun. They can advance anywhere. So we will advance those to there. And those to there. 1 hex they can advance in an overrun. Oh, they weren't taking part in that overrun. They're taking part in this overrun, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that KG unit against 1. Okay, so 11 to 1. Anything but a 1, guys. It's a 3. Okay, with a 3, that is DE AD, which means the attacker disrupted. So 2 points are disrupted of these guys. So that's those 2 removed. He can advance to there. They will advance. And he can advance to there. Okay. Any other overruns? Yes, this one here. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to 2, halved because they're out of supply, to 1. That's what was the overrun. A 2 DE AD. And that's a good point. I didn't actually disrupt a unit. A disrupted unit can't advance. There we go. We've got to disrupt. Three points worth. So we'll disrupt 2 German infantry divisions and advance those to there. And in overrun we can advance 1 hex. Okay, and that's the overruns. So we now enter the normal combat phase. This is where we get the column shift of 1. So we're going to start on here. So they're out of supply. So they're only worth 1. So we have 2 plus 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. There's 11 to 1. There's 2 here, which is also 1, and we'd have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually going to take one of these infantry divisions and involve it here. I know it's increasing the odds, but I'm worried about that 1 result. I'd rather take the 1 loss. Or I'm being foolish. Now I'm being foolish. So there's what attacking there. 11 to 1. And it's a 5. Finally a decent result. Okay, so it's just a straight DE. They're gone. We can advance into that hex. It's not like an overrun where we could advance anywhere. So we'll just advance the 1 armoured unit into there. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 to 1 here, which becomes 9 to 1. And it's a 2. 2 at 9 to 1 is DEAD. So they're gone. That's 2 points, so we'll have him disrupted. And they can advance in there, but they declined to do so. Okay, so now moving into this unit here, which is in supply. So he's got to defend. Oh, is it? No, zone of control there, zone of control there. He's not in supply. So again, he's only got a defense of 1. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. You've got more than enough to attack him. So that's 11 to 1 with a 4. That's straight defender eliminated, is it? It is. So they're gone. And we will advance those 2 and that one there. 5 to, now we're not going to attack 5 to 3. That would be foolish. Now here, zone of control, zone of control, zone of control. So they are out of supply. We have 6, 12, 18. Are they in supply? Zone of control cut supply there. So these are actually out of supply. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 to 1. Mutual supply cuttage off, 11 to 1. That's okay. With a 6. You don't get better than DE, I suppose. Okay, so they're gone. And we'll advance the infantry in, and we'll advance the armour to... No, we won't advance the infantry in. We'll advance the armour in. Now we have 6, 7, 8 to 1 here, which would be 9 to 1. So we're going to do it 9 to 1 with another 6. That's defender eliminated. It's just trying to get that attrition rate up. Okay, I think we might have one more attack, and that's on this guy. Zone of control here, zone of control, so he's out of supply. So that is going to be 11 to 1 as well, with those attacking him. With a 4, again, defender eliminated. Okay, and we can advance in there. And that means we've breached our first fortified hex. Just means we can place another fancy counter on. So there we go. Boom. I mean, technically, we could leave him behind there and take 1 from there to advance in, and then we breach that hex as well. So let's put that on there as well. Why not? It's nice to put a new counter on, isn't it? I mean, it's not actually any troops, but yeah, it's another counter. And that will be the German combat phase. Okay, slight error. the attack on the unit here, there was 2, there's only 1, so it's a, but I'm out of supply as well. I say I, the Germans. So that'd be 2.5, plus 2.5 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'd be still 11 to 1. Okay, I was just double checking, making sure. Yeah, I attacked it with loads, but it wasn't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. On to the mechanized phase. What to do here? Because we know that we're going into out of supply here. We've also got to protect this part, and we need a continuous front. Can we get now overrun? Does supply status come into that as well? Supply is units determined to be in supply for movement purposes at the beginning of each movement phase. Even if we're out supplied during that phase, units are determined to be in supply for the combat purposes at the instant of combat. But remembering that overrun is a function of movement, even if I get behind, say this unit here, and overrun it from this side, he would still have a strength of 13 at 3, which means I need 33 to overrun him. So that's not feasible. But we do have a gap. We could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 start forming a pocket of these guys. We'll be up around Tula. So we're out of supply, but let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 5, because there's no other combat. 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, there's no point cutting these guys' supply off because they can just be picked up and moved from Moscow. It's great, isn't it? Oops. These EB units. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Further we can push though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The infantry can't obviously overrun, so I've still got to maintain a continuous line. These will still count towards a continuous line even though they're disrupted, so we have the continuous line. I can even use the infantry here. Right, okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll switch offensive front slightly there. And we've got a motorised unit here, goes 1, 2, you can get to there, bolster that front line there, and we'll keep those there. Okay, so my continuous front will be actually back here with the infantry. Zones of control, as a control. The infantry can't move anywhere. So I think that's the mechanised phase. So we create another pocket here near Tula. It's not as big as the other ones, and we've got these rail units we can't really do anything about. That rail cut is now sort of irrelevant. Yeah, that's the end of the German turn. Start of the Russian turn. What to do, comrade? Let's go back down to the map. Wow. So now looking from the Soviet point of view. That hurt. What do we do to, because we've just been torn a whole new one, and the Germans, alright, even out supply, are now only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hexes from Moscow. So we're going to have to create something here again. We've got 2 reinforcements. Yay! Exciting. We took quite a lot of losses on that turn from the Russians. So these guys aren't able to do much either. These EB units are absolutely, we've got to maintain a continuous front line. So we're going to use these guys to maintain that front line from the southern edge of the map, probably from back here, maybe back here, create the front line. So let's move those first of all, because they don't cost anything to move. Can move up to 30 hexes for their 1 movement point, so let's move them back here. It doesn't say these can't be used in front line, so they're just coming along there. Okay. Do we take any EB losses? Because we can get them back as well. We did. We lost 1, 2. We lost 2 of those, so that will add straight to the, yeah. So those can be brought in at Moscow. Okay. But that leaves us this massive gap here. Remember, we've got 2 new divisions coming in. We need something here. So remember, it costs 2 to move, so 1, 2. Alright, I've got to turn these slightly to the side to remind me who's moved. We need to create a line strong enough so 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now these are worth nothing by themselves. They have to, because they've got the square brackets, so they must be stacked with an effective combat unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, still nothing there. Right, so I'm going to bring in from the eastern front. Well, so this is the eastern front. Far from the east, a new rail. Yeah, that's my rail movement sound. In there. That's one of the new divisions. Still uses up a train though. we need something in here. So again, I will bring one more new Soviet unit by train into there, and that's 2 trains done. And we can then bring an EB unit down to there for free. Now then, it's a case of what else we've got on a rail line that can get as best as possible into that hex there, using the rail lines effectively as, and that will present my continuous front. Yeah, the Soviets don't have the power really to attack, not in this early part of the game. I think even in this whole scenario, I can't see the Soviets mounting an attack, unless this really is an exposed position, but we'll look at that later. None of these are exposed, even these guys out of supply. I mean, it's still 4, 5, 6, that's 3. And the Russian attack table thinks even worse than the German one. So, you know, 3, you get, I can't find the combat results tables, which have gone hidden. All right, 3. So for the Russians, let's say we can get a 4 to 1. Defender retreats is the best they can get. Both retreat or a tracker retreat. Yeah, I suppose there's zones of control, but there's just, I mean, okay, potential here, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 4. To get 4 to 1, you need 16. There's no way the Soviets at the moment can mass 16. So it's a pipe dream. Continuous front is the more important, because if it's not a continuous front, they will lose 1 victory point per hex that's not in a continuous front. So we've got one more of these EB units that came in Moscow, so he can go and sit there, but he would like someone to help him. So we're going to have to do normal rail move. Can't start in the zone of control. We've got this guy sitting here who's not in the zone of control. So to mount up on the train is half their movement. So we can effectively move 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 22, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So he can get in that position. Okay. Because you move up to, for each movement point, move up to 30 movement, and then it's 1 to detrain. And that's the 3rd unit moved by train. So they could move 1 movement point and then to get on the train, but so they can't start in a zone of control, and they can't enter a zone of control during that train movement. Blimey, there doesn't appear to be another division that would fulfill that requirement. It's a bit rude, isn't it? So we've still got a gap of 2, so they're going to be held by EB units again, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, is there one more? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Continuous front, maintained by railroad engineers, and I'm going to assume that'll be like the population, the peasants, militia, whatever. Okay, so we're going to now move some of this armour to reinforce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's only going to get to there. Boom. Okay. Let's put them in there. Again, they're out of supply anyway. You can't, it costs 3 to go in there. You can't move from a zone of control to a zone of control as a minimum move, so they are pretty much static. Right. Okay, so let's start moving this front line back a bit now, because we need to start creating a reserve in and around Moscow somehow. Okay, and continue this line. I think we want to push back to here if possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't move very fast, these guys, do they? To leave a zone of control is 2, so that's 3, 4. Okay. These train units here can be picked up, placed back in Moscow to move anywhere, even if they're out of zone of supply or surrounded. So we've got now 3 new train units in Moscow. That's interesting. Unfortunately, the infantry can't do that. Right, cavalry division, he can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Infantry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. So this looks like the line here, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to move some of these onto a rail line so we can actually move them quicker, but we don't want to lose too much here. So, so this line's breached now. Well, in the northern sector it's not. Maybe keep that there. So stretch the line that way. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to there. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that will go there. 4 to there. Or 4 to there. 1, 2, 3, yeah. They're on rail lines if the Germans go up to them. Not going to be able to fall back, but they're pinning, aren't they? Okay, we have a gap here though. Actually, move that one back. We don't like gaps. We don't need, there we go, we don't need 3 there, we could put 2 there. Now, do we want to maintain this front line? We need to create a reserve. So we can go there. Yeah, we can stay there. He can stay there. We can take one of these out. So that's 2, 3, 4. Start pulling some back. Yeah, pulled 2, so 3 now, eh? It's plus 1, 3, 4. Yeah. 3, 4. Okay, so everything else is legit there. And then we can pull him to there. Yeah, actually, it's probably best there, to be honest. Keep him there. Right. Okay, so we've got 3 right at the back here. I'm going to move by rail to get them down to the southern front. So, 2 to embark, and then they could stay entrained. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ooh. 24, 25, 26, 27, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Go back a little bit on here, 23, 24, 22, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's 3 more units moved by rail. And we'll reinforce those with these EBs. So technically, we have a second line. And you might have missed all that. I came through Moscow and have reinforced here, and I've placed those additional EB units on them. So there's at least 2 there. All right. And they moved 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm just setting up troops to be able to utilise rail next turn. Right, so that EB, sorry, the armour can go there. One of those infantry can move in there, and it's helped by the EB unit. Another unit can move by rail. Can't come this way because it'll go adjacent to this German unit. So it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 gets him into Moscow. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 gets him just off board here. Just to there. So let's bring him down. And leaves me with 2 units that can move by rail still. Two more divisions brought from the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 into Moscow. 23. 1, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 into that hex there. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Bang on 30 into that hex there. So we have a second line. It's not strong, but it might be enough. Okay, back up to the northern sector. So he'll go there. He'll join him. Let's move that out of the way for the moment. 3, 4. Continuous front. There we need to retreat there. Quite happy. We've got, let's keep the EB if we can free up another division. No, I've actually used my railroad, haven't I? That was the last two. So leave him there, that there, that there for the continuous front. Boom. All 30 units moved by rail. No combat. Just not worth the attack. We have a continuous front. And we actually have a second line on the axis of the main Wehrmacht advance. Okay, so that concludes the turn. Let's bring that back up. Okay, so the Soviets have managed to get a front line again. These EB units seem very flexible, but as I say, I'm assuming it represents railroad workers, militia, the peasants building those entrenchments that they did around the time. I know there's entrenchments on the map, but as keeping the front line open. That's what I'm viewing it as anyway. Currently, at the end of turn 3, we have a total of 45 Soviet infantry losses and 8, which equals to then 16. So we're talking victory points here. So 45 plus 16 is 61 victory points, whereas the Germans have lost 14 plus 11, 25. So it's looking, that's not very good from the German point of view, because those armour points are a lot. And from a, so that's 3-1 or less is a Soviet marginal victory. That's what we're heading for at the moment. And there's still 50 victory points for Moscow up for grabs. So there's also 5 victory points for each German unit supplied or not within 4 or 5 hexes of Moscow, and 10 if 3 or within 2 or 3 or less of Moscow. So that's still a lot of victory points sitting there. But at the present moment, as it stands, is a Soviet marginal victory at the end of turn 3. And that was I would say, a good turn for the Germans. They took, well, they lost 4 steps and they took 16, about 20. So yeah, they didn't have such good second turn. But that's it. We're ready then to roll on to turn 4. I hope you've been enjoying what I'm doing and having fun watching me play this through. It's an old game. This was my first ever war game. What I intend to do at the present moment, it's actually getting me quite involved in the situation and the story. I should imagine it'll slow down with the mud. Well, after I finish this scenario, I would like to flip it to the other side and look at December, when the Soviets have quite a lot of stronger units, you know, the Siberians and such forth, and see if we can get them pushing the Germans back, see how it looks. I can't see me doing the full 31 turns. I can't keep it at the table that long, but 2 lots of 8 turn scenarios at opposite extremes. Hopefully that will show the game in its full light. Would I like to play this live? Absolutely. I think there's enough here. It's basic, but there's enough going on to keep the game interesting, and the turns don't take that long to do. 31 turns would take a long time to do, but 8, that's doable. Anyway, as I said a few moments ago, thank you for watching. Play games, have fun, and until next time, bye internet.